I realize that this will get you hate mail from the left, but I think this needs to be said. I feel terrible for this woman, the WNBA star Brittney, what's her name, in Russia. Don't take drugs to Russia. I just have this sneaking suspicion that there was this view of celebrity, the don't you know who I am. Nobody cares about the WNBA in this country if that's the case. Why would they in Russia? But I mean, the other thing is, so I grew up abroad. I realize I have a little bit of a different upbringing. But now I live in the United States and have since 1990 lived in the United States. You don't carry drugs abroad, people. Just because you can buy them in this country doesn't mean you should take them to another country. There's no difference between this and the Europeans who get thrown in prison in Saudi Arabia for having sex on the beach. You just don't do it in an Islamic country. You don't take drugs to Russia. There's a side thing here of the level of arrogance in the West, and particularly in the United States on the left, that this woman could go to Russia, take drugs, marijuana, yes, very common in this country, not in Russia, go to Russia, and when she's caught, get away with it? I feel terrible for her, and 9 years is excessive, and clearly she's being used as a political pawn and a political prisoner to a degree, but she broke the law in Russia. Do you know what happens if you go to Singapore and carry drugs? Do you have any idea what would have happened to her had she gone to Singapore and taken drugs? Far worse than what's happening in Russia. Or to Saudi Arabia? Even Dubai? Liberal Dubai? Yes, I fully concede that there is a diplomatic struggle and politics going on here as well. But also, she broke the law in Russia. Of course, she's going to be punished. It was dumb, and there is an aspect of that that isn't getting talked about in the media because they want her to be a sympathetic figure, and it actually, I suspect, has way more to do with promoting the WNBA incessantly across news media networks, a sport that does not matter to anyone, than this individual. There are plenty of other Americans in jail in Russia. There are priests and pastors who get arrested in Russia, and the media ignores them. She's using some level of celebrity in order to get media exposure that someone else who is not in her level of celebrity could not get, and it's probably her level of celebrity that led her to think she could get away with it in the first place. I know you're not supposed to say these things. That's just being mean. It's also being truthful.